Coming up, a major turning point in the pandemic. Mask and vaccine mandates in the city, now history.
The record warmth continues, but it's not going to last. Big changes coming up in your forecast.
And you'd think we've had a good carrot cake. Well, you've had nothing like this. New York Live is here with the pros behind Lloyd's carrot cake in the Bronx. Hey, what's up? This is News 4 Now for March 7th. I'm Kate Ingram, and today's a big day here in the city. Today, we are rolling back some of the mandates that were put in place to help slow down the spread of COVID. New York City's indoor vaccine mandate was lifted overnight. That means restaurants, gyms, and entertainment spaces will no longer be required to check your vaccination status. But the city says they can still require proof of vaccination or masks if they choose. New York City is also lifting its indoor mask mandate for public schools. Kids under 5 will still have to mask up because they're not eligible for the vaccine. And if some children want to keep their masks on, they can if they choose.
So the doctors were very clear that they felt strongly, and we've listened to our doctors throughout, they felt strongly that under 5 should still continue to wear the mask. I understand that parents who might want to have their child not masking in school. But at the same time, we also talk to a lot of parents who want all of the children masked inside of schools. So it's, you know, this has been the constant debate throughout this pandemic, is differing points of view.
New Jersey is also lifting its statewide school mask mandate today. However, Newark and Patterson school districts are choosing to keep face mask rules in place for now. A father was forced to throw his baby from a second-floor window after a fire tore through the apartment complex in South Brunswick, New Jersey. Firefighters caught the baby and battled flames that quickly started to spread around 8 a.m. at the South Ridge Apartments. Chopper 4 flew over the scene. You can see the roof, and at least one apartment unit is severely damaged. So far, no word on the cause, and we're waiting to hear if anyone was injured. All right, up next on Staten Island, there is this St. Patrick's Day tradition that's coming back, but there are LGBTQ advocates who are not here for it. The annual parade made its way through West Brighton this weekend, and you could see rainbow flags along the sidelines. But the Pride Center of Staten Island says it was barred from marching. Many city politicians, including Mayor Eric Adams, sat out the event, and activists argue no city funds should go to supporting the parade.
While we believe in everyone's First Amendment right to throw a party, that does not guarantee you the use of public funds, especially for an event that explicitly and systematically discriminates against groups of people based on their identity.
The St. Patrick's Day Parade in Manhattan has allowed LGBTQ groups to march since 2014. The Staten Island Parade Committee could not be reached for comment. All right, now you're looking at video of a 4-legged bandit terrifying a college student and her roommates in their Brooklyn apartment. That claw belongs to a raccoon living in the ceiling, and it was just one of many. Yesenia Irizarry recorded this video in her apartment in November and posted it to Instagram yesterday. Irizarry says neither animal control nor the landlord seemed surprised. Turns out the previous tenants came home to find the raccoons in their living room several times. Needless to say, after months of not sleeping and scratching sounds in the ceiling, Irizarry ended her lease and moved out. Next, there is no doubt that Wordle is sweeping the nation. I mean, it feels like everywhere you turn, someone is trying to solve one of those daily challenges. But the real question is, who's solving them the fastest? Here in the tri-state, it's pretty close. New York is in 18th place, solving the puzzle in an average of 3.84 guesses. Connecticut is 3.87, and New Jersey a little closer to 4. In case you were wondering, North Dakota has the best Wordle average of 3.65.
I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Rafael Moreno. We've got some big changes coming our way. All of that mild weather going away. You knew it wouldn't last. This is early March after all. We have showers and storms that we're tracking this evening, but everything quiets down throughout the overnight. Temperatures dropping back down through the 50s, and we're saying goodbye to the 70s for now. Now, we are watching out for the potential for damaging winds through the evening hours ahead of that cold front. You can see everything pushes to the east by 9:30, and then everything quiets down and dries out nicely after midnight. Tuesday morning, waking up to sunshine, but a much cooler feel, and the winter coats are back out. Low temperatures in the 20s and 30s, so it's been a warm 2 days. That's coming to an end. Tomorrow morning at the bus stop, you're dressing in the hats, gloves, and scarves. Temperatures below freezing north and west of town, and we stay cool and bright all day on Tuesday.
All right, don't move because this next one is for all of my cake lovers out there. That's right, we're talking about carrot cake. Now, it's not just any carrot cake. Apparently, there is regular carrot cake and then there is Lloyd's carrot cake. And word on the street is it tastes just as delicious as it looks. But why? New York Live headed to the Bronx to find out. Check it out.
From grandma's recipe to one of the most treasured sweets in the city, today I am taking you to Lloyd's carrot cake in the Bronx. Do I call you Lilka or Little Miss Lloyd?
Well, Little Miss Lloyd has a very nice ring to it.
Okay, so Little Miss Lloyd.
Lilka works.
Can you just tell me the genesis of Lloyd's carrot cake?
Well, Lloyd's first started with my father, who came here from St. Thomas. The carrot cake recipe actually hails from his great-grandmother. And when he came here, he went to college, he played basketball, and after that, he started as a drug counselor, you know, in his professional career.
So what is it about this carrot cake?
I can't tell that, but there's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that that'll take it everywhere.
Ooh, it hits you when you walk in.
Exactly.
I'm getting let in on the family secret?
Mm-hmm. A little bit of it, most of it.
No, they're not. A little bit.
Right.
Just enough. Okay, all right.
So these are essentially the core ingredients of the carrot cake. We start with some oil that we put in. We add the sugar, and then we're gonna throw in our eggs, and then we'll mix it around.
Is this the secret?
So this
right
is
here?
the secret mix. I can tell you that there's some flour and some cinnamon and some baking soda in there. That's that.
What do you think the secret to Lloyd's carrot cake is?
I think it's the amount of carrots that we use and then the amount of cinnamon that we use. We'll take our delicious signature cream cheese frosting and we kind of just like
let it spill over, yeah. Cheers.
How do we do?
That is the best carrot cake I've ever had in my life. I love that her brothers, look at this.
Just gotta make sure quality control is quality control, you know?
You converted me. You converted me.
Mom, Dad.
She did it. Little Miss Lloyd, she did it.
You know, now that face masks and proof of vaccination are no longer required here in the city, how about going on a trip high above Manhattan? Well, there's this new attraction in Times Square that's promising a dope bird's eye view of all of our iconic landmarks. News 4's Jen Maxfield is here to check it out.
New York City like you've never seen it before. Here at Rise NY, you'll be suspended 30 feet above the ground, flying over the city, surrounded by a 180-degree screen. The immersive experience lets you feel the thundering fireworks on July 4th and even smell the grass in Central Park. By the time you get to New York on New Year's, you can actually feel the cold snow, and it feels like you're really flying above the New York City skyline, just in time for the countdown to 2022. Rise NY opened on Thursday to the public here in Times Square.
And the timing of it all, it's just, in a lot of ways, perfect, because now the city's starting to come out of this deep, deep slumber.
I saw the ad in the taxi cab.
And what do you think so far?
That's very interesting. Lots of interesting facts that, we didn't know and some we did.
The $24 tickets buy you not only the soaring ride, but also an in-depth look at how New York City became a global powerhouse.
There's a story why New York became a fashion capital. You know, the sewing machine was invented on Mott Street.
Rise NY offers visitors a walk back in time, showcasing fashion through the decades, music icons and their instruments, and even TV sets like The Honeymooners in black and white and a late-night talk show couch.
I learned some things about radio, about television, other things, that happened here in the city.
The museum portion showcases antique radios and describes the origin and construction of the iconic skyline. Rise NY has been 5 years in the making, and its executive producer says it's moved some people to tears.
This reminds you why you love New York City. This is why I live in this crazy place. And I think that's really striking a chord with people.
Organizers tell us this journey above New York is the only permanent ride in Manhattan, not only celebrating the city, but giving tourists some good ideas on where to visit next. In Times Square, I'm Jen Maxfield, News 4 New York.
All right, that's it for today's show. Thanks for checking in. We'll see you back here tomorrow on News 4 Now. See ya.